First thing I'm gonna do is sync up my Rode Wireless Go 2 to my DJI Pocket 3 because I'm gonna be talking about the DJI Mic 2. But first, we'll make you clap. You know that's for syncing purposes, right? All right, let's get into the video. So DJI Mic 2, I have the Mic 1 set up right here. Bam, bought this with my own money. Now, before I talk about the DJI Mic 2, let's talk about the DJI Mic 1 because I've had complaints that I never really wrote about or made a video about because a lot of people already said the same thing that I was about to say, so what's the point of me adding on to the same thing, right? So first things first is this thing right here is janky, all right? This clip right here, that right there, I don't like it, all right? Because it's flimsy and I'm always afraid that I'm gonna break it, so I leave it on all the time. Second thing is, I think probably my major complaint aside from the cold shoe is this bag. This bag is so janky. Like when they sent people out the first DJI mic for review, it was great, it looked good, and then we get this, and somebody else who reviewed it got a different type of bag, and that's what I was hoping for, but I didn't get it, so I kept my mouth shut because I was like, you know, that's just griping. And the reason why that bag is janky is because you have like all this stuff to put into this bag that you can potentially drop like this if you don't have it closed. So even if you have it closed like this, it could potentially open up, right? And then come out. That was my two main complaints, and DJI fixed those two things for me. So your boy is tempted just for the bag. Now this is the bag for the DJI Pocket 3. I'm very interested in it because it'll hold everything so much better and cleanly. And look at this. I can put my Action 4 in there. And literally all I use the DJI Mic 2 for is my Action 4 because the DJI Pocket 3 is a little bit, I don't know, risky to play with because I'm not gentle with my gear. So when I use the DJI Pocket 3, I'm very conscientious about how I use this camera because I can't just like, you know, whipping it around like this right here, right? Because I literally just drop this thing a lot. And so that's the reason why I prefer the DJI Mic 2 because it directly connects to this action cam and not have to worry about any of these things right here. Let me just show you. So I took out the cold shoe and I'm going to apply USB. When I had this open and you plug this in here like this, and I was walking around with my Action 3 at the time, doing a Christmas vacation, a Christmas break or winter break vacation, because not everybody do Christmas, so I gotta be politically correct and correct myself before you wreck yourself. This thing kept falling out. Check it out, y'all. Your boy Mr. Hank found a little crevice. Chilling.
The day bed.
Just chilling.
It's the day bed.
I'm just chilling. And here we are with the co-stars. Saved my wife's life. No, real talk, you did, dude. Like, she slipped and she would have slid down.
There was a chance, high chance of that happening.
Yeah. So. But David, I owe you one. You want dinner tonight? I got you, boy.
Too funny.
Oh, there goes the mic. And that is the reason why I like pairing these two things together because it sounds good. I'm not gonna tell you that it sounds amazing because it just sounds good. If you want something that sounds amazing, that's why there are other mics that are thousands of dollars, okay? For what I do, like fishing and stuff, this is awesome. I love this setup right here. Just these two right here, I am ready to go. No pun intended for the Rode Wireless Go 2 right here, all right? The next thing I wanna talk about are the pros of the DJI Mic 2, and then I will go into the cons of the DJI Mic 2 now that you've had a history lesson of the DJI Mic 1 and my experiences with it. Overall, I like the DJI Mic 1, don't get me wrong, but the Mic 2 is tempting because of those two things, okay? The cold shoe and the bag. Okay, so the first pro is this, all right? The cold shoe built in, I already mentioned that. The second thing is it ships with this bag. Already mentioned that. The third thing is a clever lav clamp and the windscreen plugin. Look, check this out. This windscreen plugin is so much better because it has, see a little black thing sticking out right there? It has a 3.5 jack that plugs in here and sticks in there. And then it's harder to pull this off. You know what I mean? Because when I was dealing with whatever this little foo-foo thing is right here, see, look at this. When I had to deal with this, and I was like fiddling around trying to put it on. I mean, it works and everything, but eventually this thing, like the Rode Wireless Go 2, it is going to break because I already kind of broke mine on the Rode Wireless Go 2. So yeah, I am so happy about this thing that just plugs right in and it sticks. And then on top of that, I'm gonna compare a Rode Lav here with the DJI Mic 2. Now I don't have the right angle adapter like the DJI Lav. I'm actually gonna get that. You can actually clamp this on to the back because there is actually a little spot that holds the cable. See? Look at that. All right? Look at that. Now, I was very happy that the Rode Wireless Pro fixed that problem with the screw in, but I'm not happy with the size of the Rode Wireless Pro because it's just a little bit bigger and I like the DJI Mic better. And then the other thing that I really like is the dial on the receiver. I like that. That's cool because sometimes when I am playing with the screen right here, you know, your boy have problems because every time I'm trying to touch it the right way, it's not. And then the little dial there will help me fine tune the touch action. And the next thing I want to talk about is the auto backup recording when I use the DJI Mic 2 with the Osmo Pocket 3. And I really like the Pocket 3 a lot for that feature because sometimes you don't want to leave it on like this the whole time. Like that's one of the reasons why I use the DJI Mic because I have all these touch stuff right here, right, that I can adjust and touch. And then with the Rode, I have to like fiddle around a little bit, change my setting, and then I can like touch this to start and stop onboard recording. So anything that makes my life a little bit less busy, shall I say, it's a good thing for me. And then I think one of the things that DJI did well too is the orange plug. I mean, so when you see these two plugs only, a lot of people would plug it into the wrong one if they're in a rush. Now, I know that you can just look and like read, but let's say you're in the dark and you can't really see that, then that orange plug is gonna be helpful. And good job to DJI for actually thinking of that and trying to make our lives easier. Those are all my pros so far that I actually considered as something that I would benefit from. There's a bunch of other stuff that I'm not gonna talk about because I didn't get sent one for review. So I'm gonna talk about my experience with the DJI Mic 1 and how DJI Mic 2 improved upon those things. I'm gonna go into the cons now. Drift for long duration, and this is from Potato Jet because I saw his review and I was like, oh snap. There's actually lag after a super long time. So for those of you who do extremely long live streams, like for example, if you're you play video games on Twitch and then you stream on Twitch and then you're trying to use the DJI Mic 2, I can't see, you can't do marathon streams, you know what I mean? It's like sub-marathons or whatever kind of marathons you're doing. So that's something to consider. DJI, if you're listening, maybe put in a time code like the Rode Wireless Pro. But like, you know, the mic is Mic 2, maybe you're saving it for a Mic Pro. I don't know, all right? But if you do, send me one for review. Your boy's got you. I'm a teacher. My students can use this stuff, okay? And then the next thing is, why is the windscreen gray and black? Why can't it be just all black? Because imagine like you're wearing straight black, this thing would show. If you're wearing straight black, it wouldn't show. But here's the kicker. You guys, DJI, made a white version with a white windscreen. So why don't you just send us the black one with the black windscreen? Just saying, you know, just saying. So the next thing I want to talk about here is the charger box does not connect to the computer like the Wireless Pro. Good job on you, Rode, for doing that because it makes our lives easier. Everything's just plugged in and ready to go. And I'm surprised that DJI didn't think of that. Maybe that's a feature that's gonna come a little bit later. But why didn't DJI just look at the Rode Wireless Pro and be like, you know that guy, that meme, he's like behind the tree and he's like, yeah, DJI, you should have like straight up bite that. Why not? Because it's a really useful feature. And then the last thing I kind of want to talk about is when I walk around and I interview people and I give them a mic, this is what happens. They accidentally press these things all the time. Now, what you should do, DJI, is should not have put these on the side. You should put it on, I don't know, maybe the bottom or near the top or something like that. So when people grab this, they normally grab it at the bottom, right? So all your buttons should maybe be up a little bit higher, because then they won't accidentally press these and turn off the backup recording. Or for my vision of the future, if I can tell the future, is that people are going to accidentally press this right here and then turn on the noise canceling or turn off the noise canceling. And I feel like a lot of creators or whomever is going to buy this mic, they are going to have a hard time editing something that sounds a little different. You know what I mean? So less headache for us, please. If you, well, I mean, like you already made it. So maybe for the DJI Mic Pro, if you're going that direction, move the buttons up a little bit higher. Or like, I wouldn't say put it on top because you can't really do it. And then you can't put it on the bottom because you got the charging stuff. But if you can do it somehow on the bottom or on the top, that'll be cool. But overall, I believe that the DJI Mic 2 is roughly 98% perfect. It's really good that you fix a bunch of these little gripes that we have. This right here, this is the reason why I would buy it. I haven't felt it or touched it. People have said that this thing is like built like a tank now. So we'll see. You guys let me know what you think in the comments down below, because those are my use case scenario and my experience with the DJI Mic 1. And I'm hoping the DJI Mic 2 is going to be able to hopefully connect two mics to this Action 4 with a firmware update without having to plug in anything. Because plugging in anything just makes my life a little bit more complicated. And like I mentioned earlier, when I was on vacation, I literally nearly broke the DJI Mic 1 because of this thing connecting like so. And I'm an action guy, so when you say action, I'm gonna use like an action camera, and this thing plugged in is not gonna be able to survive that. So that's just something to think about. Hopefully you can do it, DJI, and I appreciate y'all listening to me rant, and I hope you learned something new because I'm all about that life. I'm done ranting for today. I'm gonna say goodbye now, and get your hands ready. For those of you who are new, just follow along. For those of you who are returning, y'all know the deal. Rock, paper, peace. Let's hang out again in the next video while I slave away editing this for you. Enjoy. Oh, hold on, clap again. All right. Woo, now I gotta go sync this in post. Ugh.